Now, Archons and Ascension. I'm sure that most of you know about what Archons are and about the Ascension movement. But for those who don't, I'd like to explain a little bit. Apparently, now, some of this I have no proof of, quite a lot of this I've no proof of, so you'll just have to either believe it or not. But apparently, according to the Dead Sea Scrolls, Archons are an intelligent life force that has been around since before man came to Earth. Now, where this artificial life force actually came from in the first place, nobody seems to know. In the Dead Sea Scrolls, it mentions that they were made by accident by some being, but it doesn't really matter where they come from. The fact that these Archons are in the etheric realm influencing us is the important point. Now, these Archons are known to the US, what they call them, Dark Operations Movement or something, and they call them, excuse me, let me find it, they call them PPAI, which stands for Predatory Pathological Artificial Intelligence. And that sums up really what they are, because they are not alive in the sense that we are. They have no soul or anything. They're an artificial super intelligence, very cunning, very intelligent, very aware of how to manipulate things. And they've been manipulating man here on Earth since the beginning, I imagine. And as we're approaching this ascension moment, they're playing an even greater role. Now, what the Archons have been doing is that they've been influencing the, oh goodness knows, what do they call them? The reptilians. The Archons have been influencing the reptilians, who in turn have been overshadowing and influencing political leaders, bankers, politicians of all sorts, everybody that's in charge of anything, the high military, in order to do evil things. Now, we all want to live in peace, love and harmony. That's natural, that's the way us humans are. But these Archons are extremely envious of us, and this envy has created an attitude that these things have, that if they can't have what we've got, then they'll try and destroy us. You may have noticed there are people like that, some people who would like what you've got, for instance, or what other people might have, and if they can't have it, they'll destroy so that nobody can have it. That's the way they work. Now, these Archons apparently think like that, and they are working hard at the moment to destroy things, destroy life here on planet Earth, destroy everything that we would consider worthwhile having: peace, love, happiness, contentment, things of beauty around us. These Archons would turn it all upside down and try and destroy it. They are busy destroying the family life. It's natural for a man and a woman to have children and the whole family stay together in peace and harmony. But the Archons are working hard to destroy that, and to making you believe that the state should bring up your children and things like that. Excuse me. They are extremely evil and extremely intelligent, and as that name said, they're quite pathological, which means that they've got no remorse for what they do. They don't think like a person. If they want to do something, they do it and never mind what harm it causes. In fact, if they can cause as much harm as possible, they're happier. And their plan is to destroy everything and everyone on planet Earth. So they're working hard through politicians and through the military people to cause as much war as possible, to cause as much mayhem as possible, and what they really want to do is to start a third world war so that we throw atom bombs at each other and completely destroy the world. Now, you won't destroy them because they're not on this world, they're in the etheric realm, and they'd be quite happy just to see the planet Earth destroyed. Seems crazy, but that is their plan, and it's up to us to see that it doesn't happen. Okay, so I won't dwell too much on the Archons. I hope you've understood that there is this incredibly intelligent and very malevolent force, pathological force, that's influencing everything and everybody on Earth, has been for a long time, and he's doing it 24 hours a day, the maximum, with a maximum of power at the moment. It is those people that are behind CERN, for instance, CERN, the Hadron Collider thing, that recently tried to pierce a hole into the fourth dimension to allow demons in. It's the Archons that are influencing the people that run CERN. I might well upset a load of Christians and possibly Muslims with this, but it's actually those people, those entities that created religions in the first place and put into place the concept of this, I have to use the word pathological God, pouring criticism and hellfire down to us, and if you don't obey exactly all the rules, you'll burn in hell forever. All that was created by the Archons. God, of course, is the ultimate essence of love, but the Archons turned it all round to make it so that people are frightened of God instead of just happy and loving with God. Okay, now I'll stop there. Now, let's quickly talk about the Ascension movement. What happened was that, as far as I've been told, and once again, you believe this or you don't, what I was told, the planet Earth obviously is alive. It's as alive as you and I are. And the name apparently that it likes to be called by is Sophia. Sophia, Sophia. And a few years ago, right, up till now, she's let us humans do more or less what we want to her body, the planet Earth. She's allowed us to drill holes into her to extract oil and gas and goodness knows what. She has got to the point where she's fed up with it, because with this fracking that people are doing now, what the underground waterways of the planet Earth, you can consider to be her veins. We have blood in our veins. She has pure water in her veins, and we are busy pouring poisonous chemicals into those water systems, which is poisoning Sophia. And she's got to the point where she said, enough is enough. And she wants to get rid of the evil people. Now, she's had to wait until a certain moment, till certain planetary alignments happened, and then the whole thing has started to change. And really the kick-off point, as far as we're concerned, was the 21st of December 2012, when apparently nothing very much happened. Everybody thought it was going to be the end of the world, and we went through it and nothing happened. In fact, it was the starting point of a new world that we're going to see eventually. She has started this change, and at the same time, from the angelic regions and from the center of our galaxy, the central sun, as people call it, there's tremendous spiritual power pouring in. And the result of that will be, and is already happening, that evil people, people being influenced by these Archons that I mentioned, will no longer be able to hide. Already, I understand that the reptilians have been isolated. Some are on planet and some are off planet, and another planet somewhere, or in the etheric body around another planet, because reptilians are not, they can appear physically, but their natural home is in the etheric or low astral realms, and they've been isolated either out in whatever planet they're close to, or here on Earth. They've been isolated so that they can no longer harm us. So the evil people that have been influenced by these reptilians to put into plan the Archon plan of destruction are no longer being influenced by them, and are feeling a bit lost and are starting to panic a bit. Some of the very rich and very powerful and influential people are starting to run for it, and I understand that there is a plan to get some of them off the planet Earth when things really kick off. People say that they will go to Mars. I don't know if they will, but apparently some of them have been given tickets which will enable them to get on a spaceship or something and zoom off. And if you haven't got your ticket, you're not going to go. I haven't got my ticket either, so I'm staying here. I understand that the American government, for instance, has got a vast underground base underneath the new airport in Colorado, and it's all stocked with food and water now for when they need to run for it. I understand the Queen of England also has a base, a bunker, if you like to call it, underneath Colorado Airport, and she's also preparing to run for it when it comes on top. Now, what's going to happen when this change really kicks in, when we get to what's called tipping point, which will be like 51% of the population, then the change will happen. Now, what will happen is that you're not going anywhere. You're not going to rise up to a fifth or sixth dimension. What is happening, the good people will have a spiritual awakening and will be able to absorb much more spiritual power and acting in a much more spiritual way. Those who are evil will be left behind. So we can have this split. There will be good people that will find themselves living a peaceful life where wars will stop, the financial system will change, and a more equal, a better system will come into play. And we'll learn to live in harmony together. Politicians will be thrown out of the various governments and replaced by good people. And those who are currently in charge will be isolated and have their power removed. Now, this obviously is not going to happen tomorrow. I wish it would. It's going to take a while, but it's not going to take that long. I am not prepared to make any statements about time, because time is not set in stone. It depends on us, how quickly, through meditation and prayer and being a good person and helping our neighbours, how quickly we can help draw spiritual energy into the planet and into people to help make this change more quickly. It's not a time for sitting back and waiting for some extraterrestrial force to come and save us. We have to do the work. We need to take up meditation and to actively help our neighbours, so that kindness and love starts to become installed on the planet instead of hatred and wars and so on. Okay, I want to make that very clear. We've got to do it, and we're going to do it. It's been destined that it's the time to do it, and it will happen. So I ask you, if you will, please take up meditation, but learn to do it safely, because it's very dangerous. And then we will bring in this new wonderful world more quickly than if we just sit back and do nothing. Now, I want to give you all a quick warning before I stop. The evil people and the Archons know that this change is happening, and they're doing all that they can to stop it. The Archons have put in the etheric realm an artificial intelligence machine that if you do meditation and you start to hear voices speaking to you, and you think that you're contacting guides and so on, and decide to channel them, what you will be doing is channeling this artificial intelligent machine. Now, it's easy to tell that you're channeling this machine because usually it presents a ridiculously powerful name: Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, God himself, Jesus. And if you're one of those people that are doing this, please forgive me, I don't wish to offend you, and I'm not saying that you're not contacting a higher being, but there is this artificial intelligence machine that's putting out this stuff, and it's the end result will be that you'll just be giving garbage that will just keep going round and round and round with platitudes. You won't get any real intelligence of it, because the artificial intelligence is not that intelligent. Okay, so you need to be very careful about doing meditation, and refuse to listen to any voices, and refuse to hold any images in your mind. If you do meditation and you start to hear these things, just push them gently aside. The same comes with all this astral projection that people are so insistent on doing. Fortunately, very few people actually do it. But if you do go into the etheric realms, you must be aware that there are demonic entities in there now. There are these Archons in there. There are other forces that will try and entrap you, and they will cause you great, great harm, which is why for some time now I've been trying to persuade people not to do astral projection. Lucid dreaming is not quite so harmful, but you need once again to use your intelligence and try and discern, if you have a lucid dream, what it is that you're seeing. Are you seeing something that sounds reasonable and truthful, or are you being presented with an image by an artificial intelligence? Okay, so I'm going to stop here now. I want you clearly to understand that there's two factions going on fighting each other. There's this artificial intelligence that we call the Archons, that the American military call, what did I say, predatory, pathological, artificial intelligence, which has been influencing people to do bad things for a long, long time. And we've got the Ascension movement, which is energy pouring into us, and planet Earth, Sophia herself, making as strong a move as she can to push all that out and replace it with goodness and kindness and love. Okay, we've got these two battles going on, and we are right in the middle of it now. It's happening now, and it's up to us to do all that we can to reject everything evil, and to bring in as everything that we can which concerns love, peace, happiness, keeping the family together, stopping arguments, stopping fighting over each other for the last drop of power and so on. Live in peace together, and we will bring this new ascension world in. Okay, I know it sounds all a bit airy-fairy and a bit New World, not New World Order, what they call it, this New Age stuff. It's not. It's fact, and it's happening now. Okay, so I wish you all luck, and I'll speak to you again another day on another topic. Okay, bye.